So you just got handed a plumbing quote that made your stomach drop. Or maybe you are standing in the hardware aisle right now, wrench in one hand, phone in the other, wondering if you are about to make the whole thing worse. I have been a master plumber for 35 years, and I am going to let you in on something the trade does not exactly advertise. Most of what we get paid good money to do is not hard. It is not even expensive. It is just stuff nobody ever bothered to show you. Here is one before we even start, no strings attached. Go turn your water heater down from 140 degrees to 120. You stop scalding risk in the house, and you shave a little off the energy bill every single month. Cost you nothing. Took about 10 seconds. Now stick around, because I have got 12 more of these. Real moves I use out on the truck every week. Cheap parts and free phone calls that go head-to-head with 4-figure repair bills. And one of them is a single phone call that gets a $50 faucet part shipped to your door for free. Let us get into it. So how does a plumber save a homeowner hundreds of dollars without selling them a single thing? It comes down to 12 little habits. We will start with the fast and cheap ones and work our way up to the ones that protect your whole house. Number 1. The way you wrap your pipe threads. This is the most basic thing in the trade, and I still watch homeowners get it backwards. When you screw 2 threaded pipes together, you need something in there to seal the tiny gaps, or you get a slow drip that rots out the cabinet under your sink. Most folks reach for the white thread tape, the stuff you might know as Teflon tape. Good choice. But here's the part that matters. You have to wrap it clockwise, in the same direction the fitting tightens, and about 3 wraps is plenty. Wrap it the wrong way and the tape just unravels the second you tighten the joint, and now you have a leak and a mess. If you would rather, a little smear of pipe dope, that is the paste in the yellow can, does the same job, and it is more forgiving. Either one turns a joint that weeps into a joint that holds for 20 years. The part costs about $3. A cabinet ruined by a slow leak costs a whole lot more. Number 2. The one tool that reaches the nut you cannot. Ever try to change a kitchen faucet and find that the mounting nuts are jammed way up behind the sink basin, in a space where no human hand and no normal wrench will ever fit? That is by design, and it is maddening. A lot of people give up right there and call somebody. $200 later, the job is done. The tool that saves you is called a basin wrench. It is a long shaft with a little spring-loaded jaw in the end that swivels, so you can reach straight up into that dead space behind the bowl and grab the nut you could never see. It costs about $15, and it turns a plumber-only job into a Saturday morning job. Buy one before you ever attempt a faucet swap. I promise you, the first time that jaw locks onto a nut you have been cursing at for 10 minutes, you will feel like you cheated. Number 3. Bring a dead shower head back to life for free. Your shower used to blast. Now it dribbles. Before you go buy a new one, understand what is actually happening. The little holes are clogged with hard water scale, that chalky mineral crust. You do not have a broken shower head. You have a dirty one. Fill a sandwich bag with plain white vinegar. Tie it up over the shower head so the head is soaking in it, and leave it overnight. The vinegar eats the mineral buildup while you sleep. That same trick works on a faucet aerator, that little screen on the tip of the spout. Unscrew it and drop it in a cup of vinegar overnight. In the morning, the flow comes roaring back, and you spent nothing. One caution while we are here. Use plain vinegar by itself. Never mix it with bleach or any other cleaner, because some of those combinations make a gas that can put you in the hospital. Vinegar alone. That is all you need. Number 4. Revive a garbage disposal that is not dead. You flip the switch and the disposal just hums, or it does nothing at all. A lot of folks assume the motor is shot and start pricing out a new unit. Slow down. 9 times out of 10, it is not broken. See that little hole on the bottom of the disposal, underneath the sink? There is a hex key, an Allen wrench, that either clips to the unit or came in the box. Stick it in that bottom socket and crank it back and forth a few times. That manually spins the jammed blades and frees whatever got stuck. If it is not humming at all, look for a little red button on the bottom. That is the reset. Push it in and try again. Between the hex key and the reset button, you just saved yourself a $200 disposal and an install. Both of those tricks take about a minute. The unit you were about to throw out is probably fine. Number 5. Catch the toilet that is robbing you in silence. A running toilet is loud and obvious, but a silent leak, where water sneaks from the tank into the bowl without a sound, that one runs up your water bill for months and you never hear a thing. Here is how the pros find it. Drop a dye tablet or just a few drops of food coloring into the tank. Do not flush. Walk away for 15 minutes. Come back, and if the color has crept into the bowl, you have got a leak. 9 times out of 10, the culprit is the flapper, that rubber flap at the bottom of the tank that is supposed to seal. A new flapper costs $5 to $10 and takes about 10 minutes to swap, no tools needed. That little part can be quietly wasting hundreds of gallons a week. $10 against a water bill that keeps creeping up. Easy math. Quick break. I put together a guide called 50 Easy Plumbing Fixes that will save you $10,000. It walks you through 50 repairs you can knock out on a Saturday with basic tools, step by step, with no guesswork about whether a job is safe to tackle yourself. The link is in the description if you want it. All right, so here is where the money really starts adding up. Number 6. The free phone call almost nobody makes. This is the one I teased at the top, and it is my favorite, because the big faucet brands practically dare you not to use it. Companies like Moen, Delta, and Kohler put lifetime warranties on their faucets. Not just on the ones we install professionally. On the ones sitting in your kitchen and bathroom right now. If your faucet is dripping or the handle is worn out, the part inside that usually fails is called the cartridge. You can go buy one for $15 to $50. Or you can call the maker, tell them the model, and in a lot of cases they will ship you a brand new cartridge for free. They will not even ask for a receipt. They just send it. I have watched homeowners about to replace a whole faucet over a part the manufacturer would have mailed them for nothing. Make the call first, every single time. It is the closest thing to free money in this whole trade. Number 7. Your shop vacuum is a drain snake. Got a clog you cannot plunge loose? Before you dump a jug of chemicals down there, go grab the wet-dry shop vacuum out of the garage. Yes, that one. Set it to wet mode, seal it over the drain opening as tight as you can, and let it rip. That vacuum pulls with enough force to yank a lot of clogs straight up and out, hair and gunk and whatever else, in one shot. A wad of old rag packed around the hose helps you get a good seal. While we are on clogs, one warning. If you want to help things along with some water, use hot water from the tap, not boiling water off the stove. Boiling water can soften and warp your plastic drain pipes, and now a simple clog turns into a much bigger repair. Hot from the tap is plenty. Pull off the shop vacuum trick and you skip a service call entirely. Number 8. The monthly habit that kills rooter bills. A main drain clog is one of the worst calls you can get. A rooter or drain cleaning visit runs $150 to $300, sometimes more, and it always seems to happen on a holiday when the whole family is over. So here is how you stay out of that mess. Once a month, pour an enzyme drain treatment down your kitchen and bathroom drains, usually right before bed, so it sits overnight. Enzymes are just natural bacteria that eat the grease and organic gunk building up on your pipe walls, slow and steady, before it ever becomes a clog. And please, stay away from the harsh chemical drain openers for this. They can eat your pipes over time, and you must never mix two different drain products, because that can react and blow caustic liquid right back up at you. Enzymes once a month. A few dollars against a $300 emergency. That trade I will take every time. Number 9. Find a hidden leak with a part you already own. Say your water bill jumped and you have no idea why. There is a leak somewhere, but it could be behind a wall, under the slab, anywhere. You do not need fancy gear to find out if it is real. You already own the tool. It is your water meter. Go turn off every faucet, every appliance, everything in the house that uses water. Make sure nobody flushes. Now go look at the water meter, usually out near the street or in a box in the yard. If that little dial is still creeping with everything shut off, water is moving somewhere it should not be. That means you have a leak, guaranteed. It will not tell you exactly where, but it tells you it is real. So you can stop guessing and start looking, or call somebody knowing for a fact that something is wrong. That confidence alone keeps you from getting talked into work you do not need. Number 10. The $10 gauge that protects your whole house. Here is one almost no homeowner ever checks. The water pressure coming into your house. Too high, and it quietly beats up every fixture, every hose, every appliance you own, and it can shorten the life of your water heater on top of that. Head to the hardware store and grab a water pressure gauge for $10 to $15. It screws right onto an outside hose spigot, same as a garden hose. Turn the water on and read the number. You want to land somewhere around 50 to 60. If it reads above 80 pounds per square inch, that is too high, and it is doing damage you cannot see. The fix is a device called a pressure-reducing valve installed on your main line. That one is worth having a pro handle, but you knowing the number from a $10 gauge is what tells you the conversation even needs to happen. A lot of people find out only after something bursts. Number 11. Stop replacing whole faucets over a $5 problem. This one runs right alongside that warranty call from earlier. When a faucet drips or the handle gets stiff and stubborn, the instinct is to rip the whole thing out and buy a new one. A new faucet runs $100 to $400 once you count the fixture and the labor. But the actual failure is almost always that little cartridge inside, the valve that controls the water. Swap just the cartridge, $15 to $50, and often free if you made that warranty call. And the faucet works like the day it was new. 20 minutes with a wrench and a screwdriver. I have pulled faucets that homeowners were ready to junk, replaced one worn cartridge, and handed them back a faucet good for another 10 years. Fix the part, not the whole fixture. Your wallet will thank you. Number 12. The $5 swap that stops a flood. This is the one that seems minor. It is not. Look behind your washing machine right now, or under your sinks, at the little supply hoses feeding water to them. If those hoses are rubber, you are looking at one of the most common causes of catastrophic home flooding in the country. Rubber supply hoses get old, they get brittle, and one day, usually when nobody is home, one of them lets go. Now you have water blasting out under full house pressure for hours, and you come home to a flooded floor and a 5-figure insurance claim. The fix costs about $5 to $10 a hose. Swap every rubber supply line for a braided stainless steel one. They screw on by hand, they take 5 minutes, and they almost never fail. This is the cheapest insurance policy in your entire home. Do your washing machine today. Honestly, do it before you finish the rest of this list. Now let me give you the simple rule I would tell my own family for deciding when to grab a wrench and when to pick up the phone. If the fix is on the fixture itself, a flapper, a cartridge, a hose, an aerator, and you can shut the water off first. That is your territory. Go for it. If it involves the main line, the sewer, or anything buried behind a wall or under the slab. That is when a pro earns the money. And there is one line I will never cross, and neither should you. Gas. If a job touches a gas line, you do not touch it ever. One wrong move there, and you are not looking at a flood, you are looking at an explosion. Call the licensed pro, no exceptions. Same goes if you ever solder a copper water line. Only ever use lead-free solder, because that joint is going into water your family drinks. And here is the bonus I promised. Get to know where your main water shutoff is today before anything ever goes wrong. Most people go looking for it for the very first time while water's pouring through the ceiling, and that is the worst possible moment to be hunting for a valve you have never touched. Find it now. It is usually where the main line enters the house, near the meter or the water heater. Turn it a quarter turn to make sure it actually moves and is not seized up. When something bursts at 2 in the morning, being able to kill the water in 10 seconds is the difference between a quick mop-up and a full remodel. One more thing before you go. That guide I mentioned, 50 Easy Plumbing. Fixes that will save you. $10,000 also breaks down how to spot when a contractor's padding a quote so you never overpay again. And if you want more straight talk that keeps money in your pocket, subscribe to the Mark Silverbridge channel for honest fixes and no upsell.